and welcome back to Bookish Theories. In today's video, we'd like to talk about *SSERAFIM's Impurities, focusing on a little breakdown and analysis of the lyrics and the music video to see what they can tell us about Crimson Heart with *SSERAFIM. Crimson Heart is an upcoming Hype original story focusing on *SSERAFIM that will premiere on November 25th. In Anti-Fragile, they already included a prologue written by Korean sci-fi author Kim Cho-yeop, and Impurities is the second track chosen as soundtrack after Blue Flame. Today we're taking a look at what clues the song can give us about this new original narrative, and as it turns out, the track might be telling us a lot more than what it seems. You see, without any context, Impurities is a song that at first glance seems to have pretty suggestive connotations, if you will, but once we kinda see it through the lenses of the story, what is described takes on a completely different meaning. So far we know that Crimson Heart is a girl story about growth and transformation. It's described as a classic adventure epic where the girls themselves will be the heart of the story, and in the song, Chaewon introduces this concept by describing the overwhelming passion of a girl whose heart is glowing crimson. This literal crimson heart symbolizes the character's desire to express themselves and explore the world that surrounds them, and in the song, this desire translates into their wish to show their impurities. Now, in order to understand what they mean by that, we kinda need to dig a bit deeper into the lore of Crimson Heart, because as much as these impurities might seem physical in nature, they can also be understood as something more metaphorical. Here's the thing, the premise of Crimson Heart is that the characters live in a city called Refugia, which is a controlled system that is completely cut off from the rest of the world. This society is initially almost presented as an ideal environment. It's clean, uneventful, with very little crime, but we immediately get the sense that it's also a society that tends to hide its impurities. It's not so much that Refugia is a perfect place, but rather that Refugia pretends to be perfect, while also hiding its negative aspects under the surface. According to author Kim Cho-yeop, the girls of the story all feel like they don't belong in that place, and even if in the prologue they still lack the courage to leave, they all feel like outsiders in their own home. As Kim explained on Weavers, in comparison to the prologue, Crimson Heart will show a more adventurous side of the girls, so to a certain extent, Impurities portrays a moment of passage that will lead us right into the story. This is because their desire to show their impurities also implies that they are now finally ready to reject the fake perfection of Refugia, and this concept can also be connected to the theme of No Celestial. Bear in mind, in that song the girls straight up tell us that their wings are fake. They are no angels, they are no goddesses, but just young girls that want to live a real life while listening to their honest voice. This can be applied to their idol journey as well as to the journey of the girls in the story, and Impurities explores the very same message, because instead of portraying themselves as perfect and pure, they want to show their flaws and impurities on their transparent self. If we take a look at the lyrics, for instance, *SSERAFIM pay homage to their scars and scratches because those are signs of the struggles that they managed to endure and overcome. They are proudly showing what people perceive as impurities because those are a proof of what made them fearless and invincible. Like in Anti-Fragile, they told us that they walked on a trail of thorns, Impurities tell us that they are covered in cuts as they walk through the brambles. No matter what, their path is a difficult one, but they're willing to keep going because their power grows stronger in adversity. Like *SSERAFIM themselves, the girls of Crimson Heart will learn to become anti-fragile in their journey. Despite the struggles ahead, they can still see countless destinations to explore, and the proof of their adventurous nature, that is, their heart glowing crimson, is like a necklace that makes them shine. Now, these lyrics are actually very telling because, according to what we know so far, the inciting incident of the story is indeed connected to a necklace, which is also why it's shown on screen in the process of putting itself back together. As I mentioned earlier, in the prologue, the characters feel like outsiders, but are still very much scared to leave Refugia. This however changes after they find a necklace and a book in the library, because them finding these objects will lead the girls to finally leave Refugia and set off on an adventure to find the island of the Blue Fireflies. This is a quest that was also introduced in the lyrics of Blue Flame, and to be honest, it might also have something to do with what we see in Impurities, because after the necklace is repaired, we can also see strange blue crystals growing out of it. These visuals could be a clue that whatever the necklace might be, it is somehow connected to the island that they will go looking for. This is just a guess based on the recurring color that links the blue fireflies, the blue flame, and finally the blue crystals, but one thing that I'm confident about is that whatever it is, the necklace is magical. In the lyrics, for instance, the girls not only mention magic several times, but they also say that the glowing red light shows their real self and makes them want more like a witch. This is interesting because in the concept art, the necklace necklace does glow red, and the object itself is the reason why they leave Refugia to begin with. This could be a clue that by coming into contact with the necklace, the girls might awaken some magical powers that they didn't have before, thus going on a quest to discover who they really are. Considering the artwork, it seems that the gem itself is a source of magic, and this might also explain why in the video we see a lot of crystals surrounding the girls. Now this focus on the stones also connects us right back to a specific concept featured in Antifragile, because in Iridescent Opal, each member was associated to a different gemstone. Just like in Impurities, their heart glowing crimson is compared to the glow of the necklace, in the pictures their individual beauty and strength are compared to the specific stone that symbolizes it. Chewon, for instance, is a diamond, and like in Impurities, the description explains that she wants to proudly show the scratches that made her into the person that she is today. Yunjin instead is an emerald, and like in the song they want to embrace their impurities, in the photos she expresses her wish to embrace those qualities that people see as imperfections. Sakura is a pink diamond, and like in the story she has a fire inside of her that makes her want to rebel and subvert expectations. Kazuha is a sapphire who is not afraid of the dark abyss, like in the song the girls are not afraid of the shadows, while Little Unche is a ruby like the necklace itself, and in both cases the ruby is seen as a symbol of the endless burning of aspiration. As you can see, the strange connection between the girls and the gemstones goes way deeper than what it seems, so it's very likely that the magical necklace of the story will somehow be able to awaken that inner worth that will allow the girls' hearts to glow crimson. To know how the story will unfold, we'll have to wait and see, but in the meantime, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please think about liking and subscribing. As always, thank you so much for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye bye.